Hi, welcome to Lady Yeti's Kitchen. So today's recipe is ekuru and the ekuru sauce. I call it white moimoi. It's a Nigerian food called ekuru. So I have 2 cups of beans over here, and I'm adding warm water to it. And you want to soak this for 7 to 10 minutes. The reason why you want to soak this for 7 to 10 minutes with the warm water so that it will be easier when washing the skin. So this is 10 minutes after, and this is what the beans look like 10 minutes after. So I'm gonna transfer this into the blender, and you want to add the fresh warm water to it and blend it for 20 to 30 seconds. That will be it. So 20 to 30 seconds for this, and that'll be okay. So I'm pouring the beans back to the bowl, and as you can see, the blender really did a good job removing the skin. 90% of the skin is already removed, so which makes the job easier. So I'm gonna wash this real quick and I will show you the result. And this is after 15 minutes. It took me 15 minutes to wash the skin off, and this is what we have after 15 minutes of washing. So right here I'm just gonna add a very warm water, maybe like 100 degrees of water, to this so that it will get soft quicker. So I'm adding water to it, and you want to leave this as much as you can. If you have the time, you can leave it for as many hours as you want. And for me, this is about 3 hours later, and I was doing something else, so I just left it there for 3 hours. So I'm transferring it back to the processor. When you are making a kuru akara, because you want a fluffy texture, processor is always a better way. It's always a better processor is always better to use when making akara. Give you a nice texture and a fluffy texture as well. So over here blending the greens, and here you have it. It's already done. You could see it, and the textures is different. Even looking at it while mixing it together, you could see a fluffy texture, which is what you want. You don't want your ekuru to be hard. While you press it, you want it to be soft and fluffy in a way. And you could see the beans, it's a fluffy looking. So you don't need to add anything to this. No salt, no pepper at this point. You just need to mix it together, and that's it. The blender had already did the job. You don't have to spend minutes or hours of mixing. The blender did the job. A lot of people use banana leaf, but I don't have banana leaf. So because of that, I'm using what I have. I have this cup which I usually use for memory as well. So I'm using this cup. So because you are using the cup, you want to grease your cup with vegetable oil, and which is what I did. If you can see it right there, I greased the oil with the vegetable oil, and you just pour your blended beans into the cup, and that is it. So that is it. It's pretty simple. You blend it. You don't need to add salt. You don't need to add pepper. You just pour it in your leaf. If you have a leaf or your cup, whatever you have, you do you. You don't have to have leaf or certain thing to enjoy life. Whatever you have, you can enjoy life with it. So, and that's what I did. So I have a boiling water over here, and I'm gonna put my steamer in the pot. This steamer came with the pot set. So the steamer came with a pot set. Sometimes when you buy a set of pot, the steamer usually come with it. So I'm using the steamer, and as you see, I pour everything in the one pot. I really do not have the time to do it twice, and because you want the beans to be steamed well, so I cover it up with the plastic bag, and just to have a nice texture of steaming. There is any word like that. So, and you just cover it up at this point because the cup is high. There is no, the cover really didn't fit well. So I have to use different cover to cover it. So right here I have the pepper for the sauce, two bell pepper, two tomatoes, garlic, and scotch bonnet and onion. So that is all I have, and I have a mackerel fish right here. I'm just gonna add seasoning to it and vegetable oil. Just mix it together and put it in the oven. So you just add your vegetable oil and mix together. Put it in the oven for 35 minutes to 45 minutes or so. So over here I'm pepper, and I have a smoked fish over here. Adding boiled water to it, and when it's cooled down, you debone it. And let's move on to the sauce. So over here I have a palm oil. So where you might need a little bit more palm oil than usual stew that you are making. So I had onions over here. You wanna let your onion fry for about 2 to 3 minutes. If you are hearing any sound, that is my alarm because of the heat of the oil. So I'm adding the pepper over here, and you just want it to be cooked. Just fry it a little bit. You can add your Ekuru. I have my locust beans over here. Make sure you wash your locust beans because it tends to smell, and so you always wash your locust beans. So I have that over here, and I'm gonna add one more cow skin, chop one more cow skin. Whatever you have, if you have shaki or whatever you have, you could do. So, and you just want this to cook a little bit, and let it cook a little bit. Add seasoning to it, and also because I didn't blend ginger to the pepper, I didn't have a fresh ginger at home. So I later had dry powder, ginger powder to it, and just to give it a little bit of flavor, which is good. So over here I'm adding the ginger powder, and just to give it flavor. And I'm adding crayfish. You could use as much as crayfish that you have. For this sauce, I don't really have a measurement for the crayfish. You could do you. And I'm adding the smoked fish. I already deboned it. I'm adding the smoked fish to that. And as you see, the sauce is almost done at this point. And this is the grilled fish. Almost forget it in the oven, as you can see. I totally forget I was grilling fish. I forget it in the oven, but it's still good. It still tastes good. So you want to mix and let it cook for another 2 minutes or 1 minute, and that's it. And here you have it. You have your ekuru and the sauce, and this sauce is pretty good. Your ekuru, you can always heat your ekuru with anything you want. This is the ekuru right here. You could see the texture, very fluffy, well steamed. So here you have it.